Hello. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the live stream. Uh, After a few months, this one should be a little bit more technical, maybe fast. We'll see how I'll do. What I want to do is update all of my projects from the Game Dev Quickie repository to the current .NET 8. All the projects are currently at .NET 7, so there should be no problems. There are not too many differences, so it should be an easy ride. Okay, so let's get on with it, I guess. First thing, I've got this solution file that I haven't updated properly. It's not including all of the projects. So let's first add those to the solution as well. And this could hopefully be done by .NET solution add, I think. And then we need the path to the project. So let's try this one. That's the first one that's missing. Let's get there and find the solution file, which is this 22. I hope it's the correct command. We'll see. Okay. Let's add the other one. It's 23. There we go. And then there are those special episodes and projects. There's the special one. I guess special 2 is missing then. And there's a lot of projects that I've used for the live streams as well, making little games. I think there's just 1 and 2. So there's also a bunch of those. So starting with 3. Okay, project. Is that correct? Right. Okay. So not kind of boring task, I guess. But it's nice to keep things tidy. So that's 5, 6. And we go down through 10. Okay. And last one. Okay, perfect. So that's the first thing to tidy up, and there's this chill one. Okay, so let's add this as well. I'm not sure what the name of the project is. Chill, of course. It's the one where I tested the Aseprite import. Very interesting, very useful. Okay, so that's all of them. And now what I want to do is go one by one, update the version, check if it still builds, maybe update a little of syntax that's been changed or improved. So, okay, this one is actually in .NET 8 already. But if we'll take a look at the oldest, so that's the quickie number 1. It's at .NET 7. I think I've started at .NET 6, and when the 7 came out, I did a similar thing of updating everything to 7. So now it's time to update to 8. Let's try searching for those and change it at all the places at once. Let's see. So that's project 1, 2, 4. Project 3 was an Android application, that's why it's not there. So we've got the projects, and I guess starting with project 7, I've already was working with .NET 8. And then there are quickies up to 21 and those special. Okay, so let's just replace all. And now I need to go through them and try building them. Fun stuff. Okay, there we go. So let's start by, I guess, quickie 1. Okay, so as you can see, there's the binary files for .NET 6, 7, and 8. Let's try cleaning. Will that delete things? Nope. I might delete manually then. Alright. Let's just delete the bin folder as well as the object folder. The same for the content. And now we've got only 8. Let's try building. And build. Okay, so this builds with no problems as expected. We can take a quick look at the files, and if there's anything we can improve. We can use primary constructors for things. Let's see how it looks. Okay, cool. Makes the code shorter, which I always like. Let's try running it, I guess. The game manager. The bunch of events and actions. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so this is add 1, subtract 1, add 10, subtract 10. Okay. Still working. That's nostalgia. That was almost 2 years ago. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's move on to the second quickie. I guess I'm just gonna clean up by deleting everything again. As well, content, try building. Again, as expected, there should be no problems. Unable to use package asset. Okay, I guess nothing serious. Okay, cool. Let's again take a look at the code. This one was for parallax background. Okay. The game manager. Okay, there's the layer. Again, we could use the primary constructor. Let's do that. It's fairly shorter. And I guess that's all. So again, let's try running. Okay, there are the layers, any moving sky, and we can go about left and right. Okay, seems to be working. We can move. Okay, quickie number 3, particle manager. That was a fun one. Okay, finally got to use the folders. Perfect. So let's again just delete this. And you know what the interesting thing is? That from the past 2 years of using the latest monogame version, it wasn't updated. We are still at the same version for years now. But I've read some promises. There could be some movement. Let's cross fingers. Okay, so is there anything we can update? Okay, we've got some warnings there. Color does not exist. Have I broken anything? I guess the global usings are not working properly. I guess I need to build first. Okay, it should work now. Cool. So what do we have there? So that was the particle system. There's a lot of stuff. Some interfaces. Emitters. Okay. Since this constructor uses some kind of logic, we can't use a primary constructor, but we can there. I love this thing. It makes the code so much shorter and readable. This for me. Okay, anything else? We can change the initialization of lists. Okay, let's do that. It's also nice. Okay, cool. Let's try running. Yay, nice. It's so calming. Perfect. It's working. We can move on. Number 4, sprite sheet animation. I think that's the, or one of the most viewed episodes. Everyone loves animations. Delete this. That. Let's take a look. Okay, let's first build again. .NET build. Okay, so we can again change the initialization. Okay, so there's the add animation, update animation, draw. Okay. When was that? 22 months ago. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite episode. Okay. Nothing there. Okay. And that's all, I guess. Okay, let's try running. Let's run. Okay, so there's the coin. There's the character moving in 8 directions. Okay, perfect. Isometric tile map, quickie number 5. It was also a fun one for me because I was learning a lot from this one. The mathematics used to calculate the positions was interesting. I remember spending a couple of hours figuring it out. Okay. Let's see if it builds. It should. Perfect. And what do we have there? Very simple game manager. There are controls. I'm not sure if it were used during the wiki. I don't remember, but I think it was not. Oh, it was for the tile selection, right? Yeah, okay. So there's something. Collection initialization can be simplified. Okay, little things. Okay, that was fun part. Okay, primary constructor there. I guess that's all. So it was all of that took some time to figure out. Let's see if it runs. Okay, perfect. And that's the keyboard controls. Move the red selection. Okay, perfect. Cool. It was fun one for me. I liked this episode. I mean, I like all of my episodes, but I especially like this one. Number 6, movement controls. A bit of a basic stuff, but hey, we need basics as well. Let's delete all of that. Let's try building. Cool. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so we've got a few controllable objects with different techniques, if I remember correctly. Okay, there's some primary construction. Let's update that. And there. Okay, cool. Yeah, that should be all. Okay, so the blue one is following the mouse cursor automatically. Clicking makes the brown one go to the clicked position. I don't remember. Okay, the red one is controlled with keyboard. How do you control these? Okay, and with arrows you control the spaceship. Okay. So bunch of different controls techniques. Something basic every game dev needs. So a necessary episode. We can move on to number 7. Okay. Building this works. Was any code? What's the episode? Oh, that was just the monogame on Linux. So we were just trying working this on a Linux virtual machine. So I guess there's nothing. We just had the basic monogame screen. Okay. Cool. Episode 8, a bullet time, where we were doing some time dilation effects. Okay, so some bullets are flying. Nothing we can update there. The primary constructor. And there are just some time calculations. Okay, let's see. Okay, so holding left mouse button is slowing down time gradually. And releasing is going back to the full speed. That's a nice effect. I like to use this in some action-packed games. Number 9, just a simple progress bar. But we all need some good UI for our games. Okay, what do we have there? Hero. I guess that's just a theoretical hero having a progress bar. Okay. Nothing we can simplify. Oh, let's just see it in action. Okay. That's the, let's call it static progress bar. This one's with the animation of filling up. Cool. Okay, it's working. Number 10, timer. let's build this. Okay. So let's see, game manager. And just a simple timer. We can use the primary constructor as well. Some logic. Okay. Yeah. Once it runs down, it just fires up an event and something can happen. In our case, we're just increasing the counter, and clicking can pause and start again the timer. Okay. Cool. Number 11, drag and drop. Okay. Let's just delete things first. This. We need to build. And now let's see. So, some interfaces. Simplify the initialization slightly. Okay. Primary construction for the sprite. And that's all, I guess. So we can just drag and drop those orbs into the sockets. And it snaps if it's close enough. Also very useful. I mean, most of the games use some kind of drag and dropping. Okay, number 12, we've got the AI movement. So some kind of AI for example, enemies to chase you down. Or to follow a path. We'll see. We need a build. Okay. This. Got some bots. Each one's using different movement AI. This one's keeping a distance from a player. This one will chase you down. This one's guarding a spot. And if you get close, it's gonna go after you, then return to his spot. And this one's just patrolling its path. Primary constructor. And there as well. Let's see. Okay, so this one's chasing me. This one is keeping its distance. This one's guarding this spot. When I get close, it's going after me, then it returns, and this one's just going around. Okay, cool. Oh, the pixel shader. It's also one of the most viewed episodes. Everyone's really interested in shaders. So we've got a couple of the basic ones there. Okay. We've got 5 shaders going on. Yes, that's the code. This is not relevant to the .NET. Let's see if it works. Okay. There's the original image. It's shading to grayscale. There we've got the fading in or out effect, pixelated effect, and then there's the, let's call it animation, but it's just really, there's the bluish tint on top, simulating some kind of teleportation effect. That was also a very fun episode, learning shaders. Okay. Moving on to the number 14, circle collisions. So some kind of object collisions detection and resolving. Okay, so that. Okay, cool. Right, that's just a bunch of marbles going around, bumping into each other. Very nice. Okay. That's also something you use in most of the projects. Some basic stuff, basic collisions, very useful. Okay, episode 15, tile map and camera. I think this one's the most viewed episode that you guys are the most interested in. .NET build. Let's rebuild this and let's see what's that about. Nothing we can update. Start the primary construction. I think we could use the primary constructor there as well if we change it to this, right? Okay, should work. Let's see. Okay, cool. You can run around on the tile map. When you get close to the end, the camera stops. And it's trying to stay in the middle. Again, very useful stuff. Something you need in most of your 2D games. Yay. Episode 16, tile map pathfinding. So a little bit of logic. I think we've used a breadth first search algorithm for this one. Some inputs, and there's the pathfinder. A node that's for the graph that's constructed from the tile map that we go about searching in. There's the search algorithm that we are constructing the representation of the tile map. Okay, the map. Is there something we can update? Nope. The usual sprite. A tile. Cool. Let's see if it works. .NET run. Okay, we can create a map and then just go somewhere, and that's the shortest path. Cool. That's also something you need in most of the games where you need some moving objects. Okay, episode 17. Observer design pattern. Very useful one. I think we were collecting gems, right? And attaching events to that. Okay. Oh, we've got audio. I think I've turned off the audio for you, so you might not hear it well. Some constructor update. Okay. Okay, cool. It's working. Number 18, another design pattern. It's the prototype. When you need to spawn multiple objects that are like the same. Nothing there. Okay. Okay. There's the shallow cloning and a deep cloning. I guess that's all. Okay, so that's the prototype, and if we click it, we are getting the clones. We can clone any one of them now. There was a, oh right, demonstration of the deep cloning that we can change the color of any of those and it won't affect all the others. Okay, cool. Number 19, movement trail. Okay, that's a like smaller one. Just leaving a trail of something that could be like the particle effects, but it's maybe a simplified for the use of leaving a trail of things behind the character. Okay, just some fine primary constructors. In this rotation, no, this rotation's blocking the primary construction. Okay, no problem there. there's something we could do. Right, that's not what we want. Okay, nothing there. Okay, constructor. I think that's the most used new feature of .NET 8. The primary constructors, they are really helpful. Okay, cool. That's just a simple movement trail. It's changing the rotation of the trail based on the direction the hero is walking. Okay, cool. Getting near the end. Episode 20, render target. Very interesting topic. I've enjoyed this one. Learning a bunch of stuff myself. So let's take a look. Let's just first delete all of this again. Build. I'm pretty sure someone has automated this already, like automated deleting all of this. It's really easy, but I like to do it manually, just going down the memory lane, remembering, recalling what we've done, what each of those episodes were about. So we've got their render target 2D. We're using this to change the drawn resolution so that we can run like a smaller window resolution on a full screen, for example, or maybe fill the screen with black bars on sides or top and bottom to fill up the screen. Also very interesting episode. So that's our small resolution window. We can make it wider and it gets centered with black bars on the sides, or we can do some kind of like mobile resolution where it fills up the top part, bottom part, keeping it in the middle, and we can go full screen. Okay. Really neat episode. We got, oh, this one. It was another really interesting episode. I've spent more time figuring the mathematics and stuff again than expected, but we've got it working in the end. the jumping and gravity. Okay, so we've got the hero that's moving around the tile map level. And the complicated logic of falling down with the gravity. In the end, I had to like split it in two phases, checking the horizontal axis first and then the vertical to eliminate some of the problems. This is getting the bunch of nearest colliders, meaning we don't have to check collisions on everything that the level has, just the, let's say, relevant for the time. Let's see. Okay. Just a simple platformer. It's also like the stepping stone or basic stuff for any platformer game. So a necessary episode, I would call it. We could add a double jump maybe one day. It should be super simple. Well, that's a story for another day. Okay, so quickie 21 jumping and gravity working. Let's take a look at number 22, hexagonal tile map. We are getting near the end. That's one of the recent ones. I think this was already done in .NET 8. So there should be nothing to change. We'll see. Right, it's already using the primary constructor. So I guess that's it for the quickies. Can maybe take a look at the projects. Okay, that's the memory game. It's basically a full game, which I've also ported to a Android mobile. That's not on a video, but it's working. Okay, so let's see. There we've got .NET 7, so let's delete this. Not this. Let's see if there's something. I'm guessing there will be a bunch of stuff that we can update. Some initializations. Okay, there are 3 difficulties that you can choose from. Some sounds and some effects. That's the link. There's like the whole series of like 6 episodes you can watch explaining like all of that. Yeah, that's the effect of destroying the cards. Difficulties. You can change it into a primary constructor. As well. Okay. So a few little improvements. Let's take a look. Let me turn on the audio for you. So there's the calming music that you can turn on and off. And also the sound effects are like background effect for the main menu, and you can choose one of those 3 difficulties, and then you play a memory game. There's the time remaining for the expert to find. And I'm really terrible at this. Already forgot anything that was there. And that's the effect for destroying the pair. Already forgot anything. Okay. The piggy. And the less tiles that are remaining, the time is shorter. So it gets more and more difficult. And then you get a score. It's basically a full game that we've developed during the series. If you like games like those, little puzzle games, definitely take a look. It's just a few minutes, but you can see the whole development. And if you can also download the code and play for yourself and let me know if you can beat my top scores. There's the high score functionality as well. It's saved somewhere in a file. There, high scores .dat. Really nice game. Okay. A second project was top-down shooter. Okay. So let's just delete the old stuff. Build the new one. Build the new one, he said. Okay, cool. This one's just like a typical top-down shooter. spawning zombies coming at the player, where you try to defend yourself. Okay, there's a bunch of little updates, the usual initializations. And primary constructors. Okay. Is this something we could change? Why not? Okay. Yes, we can't. Yeah, there are different types of weapons you can shoot with. A background tile map. You can also collect experience that does nothing. Well, it could serve as a score at least. Because the experience is fading down and you have to be quick to collect. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so these stars are the experience. And if you get touched, the game just resets. So that's the machine gun. And with the spacebar, you can change to a shotgun. And if it's ready, it's reloading. You have to wait a bit. Yeah. So a typical like top-down shooter game. Okay. And there's the experience counter. Okay, cool. Okay, so it's working. Hello, Kruko. Can you show how to create project and start writing games code? That's a very broad topic, but we can get to that in a few minutes when I'm finished with updating the projects, and then we can take a look. Just let me know if you're still there. A Tower Defense Project 3 is for Android, so I'm gonna skip it right now. And cool. Okay. So I will show you the basics in a few minutes. A zombie dice. That's from the live project series or challenges where I am trying to make a whole simple game in like one stream in a few hours time span. And I think this was the first one, the Zombie Dice, which is a real tabletop dice game. The rules. So Make field read only. Okay, can be. So those projects tend to be not the cleanest ones, since I'm always under like a time pressure. So it's not that well structured or something like this. Okay. Use primary constructor for this. Okay. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, cool. So read only, collection. Okay. Okay, I see. So it got broken down to like those. Okay. Can be. And I guess that's all. Yeah, I forgot the controls. Okay. That's just simulating rolling dice and stuff. Okay. It's working. Project 5, Llama. That's another tabletop card game that I've made in a time-based challenge. So that's just gonna be some read-only modifiers, I guess. Okay. Anything else? Nope. Okay, primary constructor. Okay. I guess again we could use like this and no. Why cannot this be converted to a... Oh, it's already a primary constructor, I see. Okay. So I guess we are all already using .NET 8. Let's say a simple card game where you just... Okay, how do you draw? Okay, like this. Okay, that's the hand of the opponent. That is AI. Okay, now we've won. Okay, cool. Challenge 6 was the Pong game. So let's see what we've got there. Okay, not the cleanest code, but it was made under time pressure. Don't judge. Nothing we can update there. There we can use the primary constructor. Some read-onlys. And that's all. Okay, let's play some Pong. Okay, that's the score. And I can either control both players. So, and if I remember correctly, there was a switch so that the other pedal is controlled by AI. Oh, right. Pressing enter. Okay, so now he's moving with the ball. And I'm just controlling the left player. The ball is speeding up with time. And you have to like make it fast enough so that the AI player cannot keep up with the ball like that. That's all. Okay, so like a Pong game. The next one is a shoot 'em up game. So a small plane. And it's already, I guess, in .NET 8. So we can just check if everything is correct. There are some explosions. A score. I guess we are not using these. Okay, I'm gonna keep it in. Yeah, we are already using those initializations. So I guess this is already, again, already using the primary constructor. So this was done using .NET 8 already. Let's just see how it looks. What are the controls? Okay, arrows. Yeah, we are shooting just the alien ships. They are shooting back at us. It's not that easy. There are the explosion animations. And a score counter at the top left corner. Can we get to 10? Yes. Cool. And if I recall correctly, again, the movement is made random, so they are just moving around the screen randomly. Okay, cool. So I guess the other one's gonna be at .NET already as well. So I guess that's all for the updates. We've got like 96 changes. I'm gonna update the repository. I guess I can do that right away. You can always go back to the older code if you want to follow like with the one that's like 2 years back in a video. You can just go back in the Git history and get the matching code, but I like to keep things updated. So let's call this .NET 8 update. Okay, it's staged. Let's just commit. And push. Okay. And now in the repo, you can see that most of the projects were updated to .NET 8 with here or there some minor updates to the syntax. The latest ones were already made with .NET 8, so there are no changes there. And there, okay, all of those were updated. So cool. Now, back to Kruku. Just let me know if you are still with us. Maybe, maybe not. Yay, okay. You're a patient one. Thank you for that. And what would you like to know or see? Just, I can... Let's get back to the repo like that. And we can make like the new project from the official templates. So is it list? Is it list? No. Is it just .NET new? Okay. And what if I want to .NET new list? Okay, I was right. .NET new list. I'm not sure if you're using Visual Studio Code as I do, or Visual Studio, the big one, which has like nice menus that you can use. But here in Visual Studio Code, I'm using these console commands, which are, let's say, not newbie friendly that well. Okay. So with the command .NET new list, you can get a list of all the project templates you currently have on your system. And for the mono game, it's Joe's. And if you are running, I don't know, Linux, or want to do a, how do you call it, like the cross-platform supported game. I think it's right in the name, cross-platform application. I usually use this one, desktop OpenGL template, because you can run it on most of these systems. If you want to go with Android, you can use Android. If you want to do just the Windows DirectX, you go with Windows DX. It has pros, but you are limited to Windows only, but you can use like broader a range of tools, something that's not working on other systems, but I tend to use the desktop OpenGL. So you just go with like .NET new name of the template, or like the short name of the template. So in our case, let's say this one. I hope I've got the order of the parameters correct. And then I guess you need to, or you don't have to, but I like to specify the output folder directory where the new project should be created and the name of it. So I'm just gonna call it, I don't know, for Ruko. And hopefully I'm correct. Okay. And as you can see, it created this new folder with all the files from the template. And let me show you one more thing. I'm sure you've already visited this, but at the monogame page, there you can see like all the documentation and getting started. And there should be a code to get the templates somewhere there, maybe there. There. If you don't have the templates installed on your system, just use this command, .NET new install monogame template C#. And that's how you get these templates available for you to choose from. Okay, so if you've done that, then you create this new project, and then you simply open it. And what it has is like the content file where you import all your game files, like textures, sounds, and stuff. For that, you can do it manually there, but you have to know how. So instead of that, you can use the infamous MGCB editor, where you can add files and stuff, where you just can select your PNG files or JPEGs and stuff and build it, and it pops up here, and it converts it to the monogame formats that can be used in runtime. There's the CS project. You can see the template. I'm not sure if they've updated, as I have not updated my templates, but currently it's for .NET 6, so you can just, if you want to use the latest one, just change this to .NET 8. It's already using the latest monogame library version that's available. Sadly, that's not been updated in years. And then there's the program that's just running the game, and the main game file that's running the game loop and stuff, the constructor, the sprite batch, graphics device manager. There you can initialize all you want, load things, textures to the memory. There's the main game update loop and game draw loop, and that's all you've got for starters. And the rest is up to you. And let me show you how I do things. Maybe the latest quickie. I'm using, let's say, my own template. So that's the game we've seen. But what I like to do, what I tend to use in most of my projects is first this global static class, just to have easier access to things around from any point of the code. And this changes from like episode to episode depending on what I need. I've got those globally using, so I don't have to type using the namespaces in each namespace or file. And within the game, I'm using this game manager class that runs the game and manages everything around, so I don't have to fiddle with the game class that's provided with the template. So what I do is I create a instance of the game manager. Here in load content, I set the references for the globals. And here I create the game manager, and then inside the loops, I just run the game manager update and draw, and then I don't visit the game CS at all, and I just move around my own class where I do everything. That's my usual setup. I also use my custom input manager. Again, it changes depending on what the project does. Sometimes you just need a keyboard, sometimes you just need a mouse, sometimes both. In that case, it's just the keyboard. And that's about the basics, I would say. The first setup. So, yeah, no problem. Just get used to the content manager, I guess. Try loading your first image and printing it on the screen. The tutorials on the main page, if I can get back to those. Oh no. Game. I'll show you how to do this. Again, in the there's also the what we've done, the commands, creating new projects, it's all there. Is there? That's the game file we've just ran through. Yeah, that's the adding content, how to use the content manager. And if you want to use it from inside the Visual Code, you will need an extension. somewhere there. You need to download this extension from this extension tab, Monogame Content Builder Editor, and I'm not sure if you need to set up some more things. I don't remember, it's years ago. Extension settings, yeah, and there you just need to set the path for the executable of the, it should be downloaded into the packages. And now I wonder if that's done with the Visual Code automatically. I remember there was some kind of fiddling around. Maybe I had to, I don't know, you'll see. It's gonna be either on, around this path, or maybe you will have to download it through the big Visual Studio. I don't remember. But once you've got this working, you can just right click there and it's gonna say open in the editor. And it's gonna open in the editor. There you've got the files. And using those names without the extension, you load it into the memory using the content load. The type of the content for this example, it's a image, aka a texture. So it's using the texture. So, happy coding. Let me know in the comments if you've succeeded, and or either join our Discord where we can like help you further if you get stuck with something. Okay, so I've updated the repository to the .NET 8 current version. That's what I've set up to do, that's what I've done, and that's gonna be all for this stream. So let me know in the comments what was your favorite episode so far. Give me tips, what would you like to see in the next quickie. I've got a couple of ideas already, but never hurts to have some more in the backlog, right? So thank you again, thank you so much, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.